Mamimra innocent.
Captain.
Say pa economy yen day.
Oh, but I think sir, had ya seen Dabia Mekase Ghana for the because whenever we roll out the discussion, we make it look like it's a miracle being a sea, and all of a sudden the economy has got shattered or is broken into pieces, just like we are seeing. Me say a deliberate orchestration by certain individuals who decided say on prioritize personal interest and partisan interest above the interest of the ordinary people. That is the reason why we are here, because when they started taking those decisions, you and now we sat here and we complain bitterly about some of the decisions. I will free say Nasa Binyansa, but they pursue those policies with certain renewed energy because no money more. Fast forward, the economy is broken right in front of us, and there seem to be no way out. And that is a problem. You see, when we started this conversation and we were talking, people think, oh, these people are motivated by malice, politics, and so forth. And people ordinary, you don't hear them getting involved in a national conversation, you know. You can't see and say about pension. To the extent that even the former Chief Justice was out there expressing her dissatisfaction about 10 of events. So I just say, where we started from, Sanka Yenina, ya jitum nanka dia no a conversation, no, and Anka ya can or cratcher can for a tan and Akufo Addo. Menya sure Sanka ya drew her. Nana Akufo Addo no may show on my beer wordry. Amamona Fono. Only reasons own to me and Cassa Wajai. Because Okoba Biemna or Tisse, ye can't president, but be a tia president, Cramatissa or tia, I know baby enough for her. Because president no bass obedino, and now no. A question soldier near war. Now I call yes, a bit of they come back with glory, and there are those who are war no follow them back home. I didn't have any PTSD, no. When a war follow you back to your house, life when you know and mess it up. Even what buff your crowd know you are supposed to have orgasm. No, you enjoy you experience what you call wargasm. Yes. Because there is no peace. Because war has followed you home. That is the current state. I will be president. Afuno. But only reasons they want to throw out the towel, and people around him will not allow him. That's what I'm telling you. Say, Okoba biem, na say or Tiba be a shout president. I hope to them because a idea on person be fan assume because all the confidence and the trust the ordinary Ghanaian had in him, those in academia, among for software, the confidence and the trust they repose in him, thinking, say, Akufo Addo is the tough guy, the hard guy coming to save us from the messy situation we were in 2016, you know, and he's rather the mess, and look at the current state of the economy. You're shredding it into pieces, and when you want to roll out a discussion, you don't even know where to start from. The current state of Ghana, your debt now, you try to restructure it, say, IMF deal. No, listen. So what are debt components in our home? So when you say the domestic debt in as compared to the external debt. And I had a bit me for some of foreign cockrafo at the association or mokong, but out there a the raw deal, no. And you see a send delegation out there to China. Yensi mona yaka modeno because China is our biggest bilateral debtor, a creditor. Sika ya do somewhere around 1.7 billion. Sasika nene abebo no contention because the Chinese foreign policy objective they have this loan entrapment countries. And if you read around Africa, there are a lot of countries that are falling victim to China because of this same because who's a winning answer or the Sikanaba because the terms of agreement are very flexible and you go for it. And this over around Africa, go to Zambia quite recently. To the extent that our national electricity company, and then our China for a because I went to Omoka. To the extent that Oko China, I think a GTV and I said GBC, the national broadcasting where I was Zambia, and you know, our China for a quiet, and so went to Omoka, and that station has been enlisted on Star Times. That is a paid TV operator. In Kabana national TV, you had to Star Times, so was Zambia up so I just because so they had to go into by force agreement. That partnership no the Zambia government share 40% and a Star Times a Chinese company 60%. And the Inca say GTV that way. You got to Star Times, so Star Times was 60%, Ghana for 40%. Overshare just a that is the state you could do. Oko Uganda the same thing. Okasa recently, Basa, Omoko from the Chinese Exim Bank. That was around $207 million. Say omo de ba be ye omo airport expansion. Omo ntime ntua ka na China sesa de improve for to airport no omo page. China for so delegation mo ko patch omo so omo ntia answer omo the airport be mo omo no and just say omo reverted to the original your friend saying agreement no munya on the sheet. Sana omo policy here. Until you don't go and borrow from China and catch and say over patch because no one objective or but my catch was in the attempt to catch up with the US and other countries, they are looking at countries of more such natural resources, oil and copper. Copper no where strategy byproducts we find cobalt, radioactive material, those military arsenals and then as a form no. That is their focus. That be your before or more military enterprise. And this is our call DR Congo. But also large investment or more copper mines. We have your friend, I think, tanky mines. Go and read about it. The largest private sector investment in the DR we done by Chinese company. And in a communist inclined countries like China and other places, when you see an individual or companies giving out loans, don't be fooled. And yet companies in a state owned. And this is what on Sakana, a honor a mining and what on Saka. So they have their objective, they know why they are in Africa, and the countries, my main country was between 2000 and 2016, in a period of 16 years, China disika over $124 billion and a fool from African leaders. Yes, and that is Angola. Angola and over about $21.4 billion. Yes, South Africa, or more energy sector investment the last time, 14.5 billion. Nigeria 5, and Ghana no profile there the China is saying $1.9 billion. That is the way objective for modern and you mess it up. Go back to China and thinking so you are fooling yourself because Sri Lanka ye good annual day. Do you know that China ko port? Sri Lanka ye falling annual day. They went to China, borrowed from them to set a more expanded port. They defaulted only the China they went there and port no defaulted enter into a lease for 99 good years. And they are not China no pretty. Nina can be na Sri Lanka falling annual day because they couldn't pay. What the and yet what you saw the better. And you're dealing with China's situation, and then we go back to the Paris Club and other multilateral and bilateral a car. Nina Brubru ya answer na yebe me a huratra we num nyina answer na yebe secure the IMF deal na just a paltry 3 billion no. Na yanti kroma na Bank of Ghana nkwa print ya say over 3 billion. Adding the Bank of Ghana and what turn the Bank of Ghana no into a printing press, cash or they printing over 3 billion and over. Because the last time when we were complaining, say we're printing over 49.1 no, 41.9 million no billion no. Okacha says I see kind of crowd the sign the young continue na 44. Loss of the land no. Or just he's just treating them with impunity without recourse to anybody. Mra Okroma actually say. So we central bank I want to me finance the central government beyond 5% of revenue in the previous fiscal year. And this last year you 70 billion. At least what me I 3.5. The guy printed over 44 billion. Which means I'm running out more chroma until obiya the day and obiya the ope. And this economy now breaking it now, shutting now, disintegrating it, and we are picking it in pieces. Said the Yesu Hunia. The question is are people really going to take responsibility for the reckless mismanagement of this economy? That is the first question. And you see, Germany ambassador no catch there say you press conference that was the import of his message. Because the president told him, say, go to China, go and tell China, say, yakano, then the man told him, say, Ghana our MPs, Ghana our businessman or dealing with China. Until we should start impressing on our people here who have influence within China to go and talk to the Chinese government. Say, indirectly, he's telling you, again, he's telling you, so Germany, very Germany, we have history after the Second World War, how the country got disintegrated and shared among the superpowers. US will be, France will be, England will be, and the eastern part was taken by the Soviet Union until 1990. Put together. Look at how far they have come. The economic success in terms of technological advances achieved and over the years. That is their story. Or say ministers, Nepal, size of government in Ghana. size of government as China. And to win him say come at least you slash down the size of government. That was the import of his message. So if you are telling him to go and beg the Chinese government to temper justice with mercy, the good question is, what are you doing as government? And in the face of all these things, I have never seen a single initiative being adopted by Akufo Addo government. I bet you a brief certain air of confidence in the ordinary Ghanaian say, at least, yes, the RCSC Abani is doing A, B, C, D to ensure that they are putting their structure or the economic structure in something. Or government is doing something to rehabilitate the economic infrastructure of this particular country, hoping say in the future, no, absolutely nothing. To the sense that Akufo Addo is not even willing, say, the size of government could obey so. Now, no, yet, two jokers, Scotland Parliament, say, convert your ministers. In the face of all that is going on, because as a reasonable government, looking at the terror in the economic space, at least, so we could have president. That's a space, yeah. What you do is that you merge some of the ministries and you are realign. Look at some of the ministries, fishing and so forth. But the government has lost track and lost focus on all this critical re-engineering. That's all at least, I build an efficient and a small government. Able to achieve whatever goals that we want to achieve, you know. And nobody is speaking sense to the president. That is my problem. It is a president in a loose touch with the reality. Let's say that the president is exercising force, your friends, discretion and whole lot. Ndinipano mopia no hwehye nto obi antimi Kenya nsasa menkyere no. Ana omo nya we say the economy na crumble. Are they not privy to the challenges the ordinary Ghanaian is going through? Because look at Ghana, your current status here is messy. They are torn top. Everything are backtracked. And I yet here. So somebody should be able to confront the president, look him in the eyes and tell him, say, Olumai, one messy apache. This is the time I'll bet me put two things in the right order. And the size of government to start with, Sabaya Ghana and Nibeti confidence and trust. Now Ghana and Nibaya, well, the last time I was telling you, so if you go to the United States of America, when they are enlisting the army guys to go to war, they know their chances of coming back at 50-50. Because but people happily enlist to go and defend their motherland because it's America. It doesn't matter whether America and they don't care. All they care about is defending their motherland. Economy sink here. You see people willingly, especially when you say, okay, let's just do the debt restructuring. Yes, you make a contribution because this is not war. This is just economic sacrifice that people are making. At least, but because of the amount for any trust, any confidence, Sabi, those reckless managers, the foundations of this economy, they are the same people who are still sitting there. And the president is never ready because people around him are all his family members. He's prioritizing family interest over the interest of the ordinary Ghanaian. He doesn't care about what happens to Ghana. So Ghana must slip into perdition. That's an improve still Bedisua. That is all that he cares because at this point, and Ghanaian in the face of all the wisdom that has been spoken to the president, all the concerns being expressed by civil society organizations, opposition party, media, and so forth, even people within his own party, the MPP way, what will be his reason, his justification? Ken Oforiatta is still at post. And it's the same guy who is around there trying to tell people, say, oh, come and invest and so forth. This guy is leading a delegation to go to China and beg the Chinese, who visit China for no. They are very smart. Foreign policy objective or modern, very strategic and very menacing. Yeah, let me use that word because and so we name always and always, you know, and that is the point. We are under the bus. Look at the economy. As then the cost swing, you know, and Kakran, some maybe in certain air. Look at the debt portfolio. I'm on mine now to a near. And there seems to be no way out. And people who are hoping that we are going to get out of this situation because IMF is giving us money and maybe won't say the all cancer. The situation we are not getting out anytime soon because IMF did not about me say it's just a paltry amount. A crowd problem is going to mean solve. But the good questioner as an observer, sitting from afar, watching things unfolding on the political arena in Ghana, and the question that I'll be asking is, beyond the IMF engagement, beyond the debt restructure and everything, government on its own, initiative in the long term, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Do you see any? People who are bombarding us with a whole lot of economic theories and stuff. And the abufu semes and women say these guys have the gut to tell you say omokope president Eddie. Japan and other places and the shame these people have brought on this particular country, you know, they should be thinking about committing suicide and die and go. That is what they should be thinking, not coming to contest for president, because they have brought enormous shame on this country, on themselves, considering their past rhetoric, and then some more kind of the political fringes. These people should be thinking about how to commit suicide, not about running for president. You understand? But because the politics now, you set it up, no, my culture say it is about emotions. It is about active partisan politics. A man can just get away with any silly thing and go scot-free, you know. It's the reason why I remember these guys will still draw motivation, and in the face of all the mess you know, they will tell you say they want to be president. And that seemed to be their single focus, because as we speak, do you know say now the finance minister was in parliament. Abrana EC discussion because about the new CI, you know. He, according to report, he sat there for almost 4 hours, going to tell them, giving them an assurance, a Ghana card now, they will make sure that they will get money to finance them, because the objective is one, to ensure that we win political power. But power now bet me the ordinary Ghanaian, the economic might, the economic freedom. The ordinary and the average Ghanaian is looking for economy bet me putting at a certain pedestal. I'll be able to leverage to attain certain economic independence. You know? Those things we are not looking at it, because power here, you know, it's not about say, it is about enslaving people. And to me, banana will come black man mentality in as a form. The question is, I can't want to say, Abraham, yes, and saying, Abraham ba ha no mo chichi jaman for slave trade no. Unse broni bi ko bowuru obi dem so okochi obi so okoton no. Aya black na yetimi mo be common enchene no akofa ni nua ne yere ma no akoton omo. That is our mentality. So our concept around power is the same. It's a black man nya power. Everything around him changes. That is what Obinya Sika na yere quote Mr. Sano, because levels don't change. Our mentality is about enslaving others. Sebeye ebe look better and supreme. It doesn't matter the challenges and the your friends say niyama amanfo ekom. It is always about us. And that concept of power, and that is what has been set in motion. In the face of all that is unfolding, Ghana, for everybody is complaining, because this is the first time you have even people in the clergy, with civil society, those in academia, even ordinary people, the youth on social media, which has become now a bigger platform among folk can use to reach out to others. You know, I will be complaining bitterly about the current state of this particular country. Among folk lose more investment. The last time a lady called me from the US, and she said, "Well, yeah, Juma in the snow for several years. Onya ni sika no, she decided to only invest in the US, but on remember Chroma. But there, cause nobody has called her to tell anything. Nobody say, you're trying to send a text message to the phone. Ni sika ni say a whole lot of things going on in this particular country. We were never motivated by malice. We were not motivated by political propaganda. We saw the truth. Now people have decided, we told them, but here we are today. Look at the current state of the economy. And me, I did hope, going forward, you know, are we going to leave things bare and politics in, you know, because if you look at the magnitude of crime being committed against this state by these guys, you know, in the future, if these guys are going to get away with it, then that will be the end of this particular country. Because my culture is a state. I will two duties as a country. Open so yes yourselves for one, you never show mercy as a state. Citizens no might rather show the state mercy, but the state must never show mercy. The very moment I show mercy, oh, yam fancha, no, that will be the end of that particular country. You don't show mercy to anybody. The other side, you know, I catch you because I okay, baby, I mean, now you see we have fasika. You see we didn't say
no show mercy.
No show mercy. Young fan channel. At the end of the day, you know, you are rather motivating another group to come and take over because among somebody the same mercy now and the Yababe show. So the state must be very firm, must be resolute, and ensuring say whoever goes against the interests of the state at any point in time, no, there must be punitive consequences. So, serve as deterrent for people who are watching and even those within the political space. Because I've been telling you examples around the world that prominent people within the political space almost see the inside of a jail. Critical example, so South Korea, when their president went to jail, the director of national Bureau of National Intelligence, Onua Nkasa ko jail, Samsung head, and the ban of jail, Brazil quite recently, almost president, the inside of a jail. That is how we implementing law to ensure that everybody is accountable. But from Hayati, nobody seems to be accountable to Obia or to any parliament. And also, now, question comedy, people are just joking around critical issues and opinion or interest. You could do one. Instead of saying you're looking at the issues, you delve into now who the interest of the ordinary Ghanaian, now you make it another priority. We rather go there to talk about partisan interests and partisan advances. And the parliament there, chamber no, are very toxic and very arsenic. I had partisan activism in there. Nobody.
And I also say you orgasm.
You enjoy orgasm because state it mean you better enjoy orgasm. And the orgasm no cause no. The psychological trauma you'll be experiencing at the same time, not turning into orgasm.
But, maybe man. Mr. Sorry. Me don't shall say now what you mean about this economy. Baby, as I say near me